Hi, love. Love of my life. I am doing now, at the end of the day, these longer videos because I'm assuming you like the sound of my voice. Now, some women have liked it, some women I'm assuming don't. They don't matter. They matter as people, but you matter to me. Yeah? So I'm gonna do this because I know when I've had a crush. And, God, it's been years. Have I ever truly had a crush? Let's be honest. No. Anyway, it has been a while since that, but you know that feeling, at least as a man, when you have a crush, you fixate, man or woman, right? And for men, we're more visual, but I would, let's say they have social media, etc. You read every detail, every caption, every highlight. You just obsess, right? And I think that's a healthy part of relationships. It's just natural. You can semantically debate whether you want to be compulsive about it or not. Yes, you don't want that, but it's butterflies in your stomach, baby. So the same thing, I'm hoping you are obsessed with me. And yeah, I'm going to talk. I'm going to ramble, but the way I live my life is very mathematical. It's very scientific in nature, where I like to live my life in accordance with whatever science I know at that moment, or I'm aware of at that moment, which is an always ever increasing, deepening field. Is it the best tool to understand reality? Yes, that we know of. Has there been changes in scientific understanding? Of course. But it is the most resilient, the scientific method, using a hypothesis to get to a theory, to a law. It is the most robust ebullient system. What does ebullient mean? I feel like that means more joyous and bubbly. Let's check. Cheerful and full of energy. You know what? Who cares? It's ebullient, baby. So regardless, I live my life like that, and I get very turned on. I mean, my whole platform talks a lot about the biochemistry, right? I talk about the Myers-Briggs test, personality types, and how there's biochemistry behind that, right? T types, for example, thought-based people, NTs have more testosterone, they tend to be taller, etc. There's different things like that. NFs tend to have higher estrogen, they'll have higher pitched voices. You'll notice these correlations, etc. They're really causation, and which is a notable difference. But there's nothing that turns me on more than ordering my life. I hate being controlled. My personality type, an ENTJ, is the rarest type, the most likely to be represented in CEOs, the highest amount of women slept with, the highest earner, but also the highest representation in psychopaths and serial, enders. But, pros and cons to the dark triad. But when you're fighting for good and saving women, right, it's good on their team, you can get a lot done as my personality type. So it is very, my type hates being controlled. Freedom is my most important quality. Being told what to do, debated with all these things I don't